City Stand and Michael Adekunle. We appreciate all our esteemed viewers for joining us this Wednesday morning, the 8th of October 2025. And to my respondent at the stand this morning, I say good morning to you.
Morning.
You're welcome to the program. Thank you for joining me. All right, please drop your comments in the comment section. Yeah, it's very, very important. You also like the program, share the program, tell people what is happening here. Let them know. Let them know. Propagate it to the world. What is happening at City Stand? It was a very wet day yesterday.
Very, very wet.
Very serious.
And we thank God for everything. That He give us the grace to do the. I mean, our anchor man was able to observe and at least almost everybody talk before
Everybody talk, but we are all
before rain.
we are wet, drenched.
Phone was even wet. our gadget was even wet. But we thank God for everything, sir.
How did you manage to escape? Yesterday.
Yeah,
Came suddenly.
You know, I couldn't come on board. I couldn't come to the platform because we lost someone
Yes.
in our office. So it was wet day generally, as we said, and we thank God. Didn't go beyond what we can cope with. Greetings to all our viewers across the world. Good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning.
All right, I wanted that rain to deal with Ule. Yeah, Emmanuel. Ule, good morning.
Wow, good morning. What a yesterday.
What a yesterday.
What a yesterday, man. I was really soaked. I think I'm still feeling the cold up to now. We just have to thank God that we get to the point we wanted to get to yesterday with I'm talking of with the interview and good work from your side. I'll say, Mike, good work. And likewise, you need rest. You need to be having some rest as it is. It's not easy, man.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kunle. I think I have amphitheater here this morning.
Mike, I'll say good morning, even though the heaven let loose yesterday. I was completely drenched.
Wow.
In the whole saga of the rain. I thank God that I remain standing. And we just
on City Stand.
City Stand, we just have to keep on dishing out. I mean, it's a commitment that that we are attached to. I think we just have to do the needful by being here again. I want to greet everybody that have kept faith with this platform. I say good morning to you all. And in Nigeria too, I say good morning. And my fellow crew members, I say good morning. Mr. Michael Adekunle, most especially our anchor, indefatigable anchor on this platform. I say good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you too. You're welcome to the program. All right, to the comment section, I can see Jacob Adedeji. In the comment section. I will say good morning to you.
Say good morning, sir.
All the way from Lagos, Nigeria, specifically Ogba News Stand.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Jacob Adedeji.
Good morning, sir.
All right, King Gary is also in the comment section. The Palace.
Palace of the Palace.
How are you doing, Palace?
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Good morning, sir.
We appreciate your support.
Yeah.
That was last week, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Extension of love. All right. We also have Kingsley James here. We say good morning to you, Kingsley James. You're welcome to the program. Liz Z is also here. Good morning, City Stand. Good morning to you too. All the way from Dubai, Emmanuel Oguji is with us at the stand. I will say good morning. Also from Asokoro, Abuja, Aso Villa, the State House. Go on, Abdul is here.
Morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
All right, from Netherlands. Of course, you know who I'm talking about. Nnamdi or Anusi. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much. All right, what do we have on papers this morning? I'm just with only one paper, which is the Vanguard newspaper, and we shall be looking at the stories that are on the front page of this daily with us. All right, the first one is on certificate forgery, certificate scandal. Wow, the science minister, Uche Nnaji, yesterday resigned due to the allegation leveled against him. Because President Bola Tinubu has reacted to this development through his aide, Bayo Ononuga. You know, we shall be looking at it. Nigerians are also reacting to this as regards President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also getting involved in this kind of mess before the 2023 election and after the election. But how many more of these issues do we have in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Can a president who was once accused of certificate forgery, yeah, was once accused of certificate forgery, demand integrity from his ministers? We shall be looking at it together this morning. I'm sure some of our esteemed viewers, especially, don't let me talk, I know they would like to react to this as we proceed on the program. Also, a lawmaker in the United States of America has urged Donald Trump to look into the situation of Nigeria. There's the genocide going on in the country. I think Ule was asking a question the other time that can they interfere into what is going on in the country or something like that. I think I overheard that. All right, a lawmaker representing West Virginia's second district in the United States of America, the United States House of Congress, has written to President Donald Trump. His name is Moore, calling on the U.S. government to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Country of particular concern. That's CPC, not Congress for Progressive Change. Over what he described as the systematic persecution of Christians, systematic persecution and slaughter of Christians as in Nigeria. The letter dated October 6, 2025 was addressed to Marco Rubio, the U.S. Secretary of State. Well, he urged the State Department to take swift diplomatic action against Nigeria and suspend arms sales until the Nigerian government demonstrates genuine commitment to ending religiously motivated violence. Wow. We shall be looking at it this morning. Is the U.S. using Christian persecution as a cover-up for political interference in Nigeria? I said earlier on that we shall be looking at it. Also, borrowing in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We need to talk about it. Tinubu seeks National Assembly's nod for $2.3 billion fresh loan. I think Femi was on this morning before we commenced the program, which we'll be dissecting together. Please, your opinions are needed. Like I said earlier on, it's very, very important to drop your comments regarding what we are discussing this morning. All right, Andrew Gujim is also here. We say good morning all the way from United Kingdom. The front page of the Vanguard newspaper at the stand. Minister Uche Nnaji resigned amid certificate forgery allegations. Iyaloja, this is page 37. Iyaloja, Benin market women back monarch for upholding Edo heritage. Yeah, you'll be talking on that. The Iyaloja issue in Edo State. All right, Tinubu seeks National Assembly approval for $2.3 billion external borrowing, $500 million sovereign sukuk. You can go to page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper to see this. And down the paper, we have Natasha Akpoti, the driver, resuming at plenary. Natasha resumes at plenary. This is on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. We go to page 9 as well. We have a story there. Boko Haram not going after Christians only. Boko Haram not going after Christians only. But there's a story here that says only Northern Christian president can protect Northern Christians. Only Northern Christian president can protect Northern Christians, says Dimfa. That's the YCD coordinator. All right, we shall be looking at all this together. I think Femi was on that as well, that it's not all about Northern presidents or Northern president. This is all about delivery. Dividends of democracy is what we need. quality leadership, good leaders that can take us to the promised land. You're welcome once again.
Thank you very much, and we say good morning to our viewers across the globe. We say thank you for joining us again on this beautiful day. God bless you.
I'm sure Gentle Mike is standing on existing protocol again this morning.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's quickly talk about certificate forgery in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Like I said earlier on, even the president was accused of certificate forgery.
Well, the case of Mr. President being accused of certificate forgeries has been dragged for a long time since the day of his administration as a Lagos State governor. Between him and the late Ganifawa Imi, and the secret behind it has not been able to unravel up to this moment. But to me, my sincere opinion is that Yoruba will say, "Eyin to ba funfun, when you have a white teeth, of course, you should be, I mean, I have my own brand teeth, but I'm not ashamed of it. So if you have a good certificate, it shouldn't be something of something that somebody will go and use like a 30 years to go and drink, whether you go to school or not, whether you graduate or not. So I don't know the secret thing. Like me, if you ask me for any certificate, I don't have any. I went to my primary school certificate, I can't find it. My secondary certificate, I can't find it. I went to Polytechnic, I have OND. If you ask me where it is certificate, I may not be able to find any one of them. So, and I'm not ashamed of saying it because I'm not that one, and I don't look for any job that I'm not entitled to. If you know that I'm able to do it, offer me the job. Yeah, I work for almost 20 years. They don't ask me for my certificate, and I did my best. So I don't know why all of them they usually telling lie about their certificate. Do you know that this minister, when he wanted to become governor of Enugu, he submitted school certificate, not Unsuka certificate. To tell you that problem may not have it. I don't know why all of them keep on having K-leg when it's come to presenting a genuine certificate. Our governor in Ogun State the other time too, when they ask him about his own certificate, they become balabulu and all this kind of things. Sakata parala balagba seto. To bat in the bolobai. I saw it one year when you ask you question and you started looking up and down, then there is problem. Recently now they just tell us that the University of Chicago said that Tinubu went to university. Why did you have to take them all that year long to tell us that he went to school? Or we need from the university to even say that he go to school. When you go to school, you tender the certificate, and the university where you graduated from assented to it as well. It's actually graduating. The teacher, that's how to know, that's how I know. Anything about academy, I don't drag it to anybody. If you say you are a professor, welcome, good and good for you. Go and use your professorship to better your life. Me, I'm not a professor, I'm not an academia, but I know that I know what I know. At least I can hit, and I know when to wear the clothes. Thank God for that. So I don't know why all of them telling lies. So this one, I think it has caused a very big dent to the image of president, because Mr. President also have a case that is related to that one. And why would they continue to be doing this kind of thing? If you are a school start holder, present your school start. If you want to ask ABC, Governor Bisi Akande, he didn't go to university. He became a governor of Osun State, and he was one of the best performing. All these our old father that they did their best that time. Tafawa Balewa was not a university graduate, and they did their best. Since when they killed all those founding father of of Nigeria at that time, we have not been able to witness any one of them, even closer. So what are we talking about? Why do they want to kill themselves on top of certificate, and they started telling lie and dribble Nigerians? It's uncalled for. So this man is supposed to be prosecuted. It's a forgery. Yes, and forgery. Yes.
Wow. Gentleman Mike, how many more forged certificates are hiding in the cabinet of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? And on the side of Uche Nnaji, did he willingly, resign, or he just did it out of guilt? Did he willingly resign, or he just did it to protect the image of the APC government?
Yeah, thank you. I think what has happened to the minister is scandalous, and whichever way we want to look at it, it's not too good for the administration. At large. As at yesterday, I was still telling you that the next phase should be that you should be speaking with police at the moment UNN denied that the certificate was from them. There's no point holding press conference to whether to deny. The moment the school denied whatever you are holding, then you should be speaking with the police. If you want to further that conversation. So I wasn't too surprised when I heard of his resignation. That's the proper thing to do. And afterwards, I think the police should take it from there, so that he can be properly prosecuted if there is a case of forgery in what he has done. Scandalous, as I said. The administration should take responsibility for it, because there are institutions that ought to have cleared that mess before it became what we are seeing now. His credential ought to have been screened before now, even before he was appointed a minister, and that authenticity could have been verified before he became a minister. So that institution also failed. Whichever institution that is saddled with that responsibility has also failed the nation. The nation has been embarrassed with this, and it's not too good for us, Michael.
The same allegation was leveled against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu before the election. Even after the election, do you expect such president to wade into the matter?
Yeah, the last I heard of that Tinubu'S, the President Tinubu'S matter, was that the school at some point came out and said he attended Chicago State University and graduated in 1979 or thereabout. So I think that laid it to rest at that point in time. The moment the school did not deny him, I think that should be it. It should lay it to rest that he actually attended their school. The school came out to confirm that position, Michael.
But why are Nigerians still on it?
I mean, it's not an issue. It's not an issue that will go out that soon, especially going by how the case was prominent, was in the news before the election. So a lot of people still feel that some things are still fishy, which they don't know. But except you have a contrary position, there's no point overflowing the issue.
At some point, I think Kemi Adeosun was also involved in this kind of mess.
Yes.
But the question now is that who is vetting these ministers before getting into office? These are appointees, right?
Yes.
Who is vetting them? Who is scrutinizing them? Don't they get scrutinized?
That's this one showed how corrupt is our system. Almost all our institutions. So far, even some people, they will not even know. They don't scrutinize some people. When they even appear in the presence of House of Assembly, some of them will just ask to bow and go. They will even ask them to recite our national anthem. Whether they know it or they don't know it, they will just pass them. So if they want to even scrap that institution, that they better scrap it, so that we know that anybody that Mr. President just feel like he can perform, he can just bring him without any scrutiny, because all the scrutiny eventually we see that there's nothing come out of it. Kemi Adeosun was accused of forging NYC certificates, and the next thing is that she resigned. And this is somebody that was not even grow up in Nigeria. She came from the UK, so it had been occurring several times, and I think that is a place where federal government is supposed to concentrate now and make sure that people that are saddled with this kind of a responsibility, they do their work very well. And what is the requirement for every appointment or every elective post? Like Mr. President now, I think his secondary school or any institution equivalent, I think that is, if I'm trying to be corrected, like our Baba will say. You see, in Osun State, when they push Ademola, you go to school, you don't go to school. The man quickly went to one university in America and collect whatever he wants to do. Take one now. I've had one. So me, as you see me, I don't believe it's I've added to my CV. Somebody as on serious, I'm very sorry. Our Jackson, he went to seek for NECO. Do you know how old is Jackson? I mean, how old is NECO? So you see how Nigeria is so funny in their own way. So let us know what is the requirement to attain a particular. Then you don't need to present a larger certificate. We don't need it. So far you are able to express yourself. Even if you, it's not today we have been hearing some of our officials even speak incorrect English. Nobody is coming here to come and mark your WAEC English. Our Monday of Pablo couldn't even read figure and is continuing. That was a mistake. Okay, when you make a mistake today, you make it tomorrow. Then
The money took plenty now, you know.
and they tell you that Nigerians are so funny, and they came out to come and justify that the man is not a thief. He had never read that kind of money in his life. Imagine Nigeria, my country. I hate thee. I hate thee.
All right, let's move down to the comment section and see what our esteemed viewers are saying this morning concerning what we are discussing on the platform. Manuel Oguji, okay, I'm coming back to you. Coming back to your message. On to the next one. On to the next one. All right, can I get a message concerning this? All right, okay, I think I can get it. Okay, Nnamdi Anuzi says that Tinubu thought them out to forge documents. A snake must burn a snake. That's what Nnamdi said, yeah.
Well, they are doing crossbreeding now. A snake may breed, may born tiger snake now, and a lion snake.
He goes on, that's Nnamdi Anuzi, he goes on by saying that APC is evil. Tinubu brought Buhari without certificates. Tinubu also came to power with fake certificates. Yet, Kunle won't see this to condemn. This should be bold and stand up to reject.
This is where
APC.
I'm going. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. That Nigeria likes certificate. Our retired general, and you say he didn't have a certificate. Do you know where they are coming from? NDA. Do you know how many courses that man has gone? And he said, okay, I don't have certificate. If you want to ask about my certificate, go and ask Nigerian soldier, because they came to my house. Me, I will not join anybody stupidly to go and be asking Buhari for his certificate. And I don't think that Buhari didn't perform doesn't mean that it doesn't have certificate.
And I don't think you need higher institution certificate.
You don't need it.
That's requirement or its equivalent.
That's equivalent. That's what. So when they even charge the man with that kind of a case, but immediately reach court, they just trash it out. They are not interested. This is stupid.
But I also check the constitution at that point in time. If you have school cert, you are good to
go. Do you know? Before you become a retired general in Nigeria, do you know that some retired general, they were even annoyed that time that a retired general, do you know how many courses he has attended? Do you know? Let's forget about this issue.
All right, I think people want to react to the loan President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is seeking. Loan for about $2.3 billion, not naira, $2.3 billion loan. The question they are asking now is that the loans that have been taken in the past, what did the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu do with these loans? That's the questions our viewers are asking this morning on the platform. Femi, why borrowing again?
What
about the subsidy removal?
If there's anything
we've generated enough funds,
Mr. Michael, let's be sincere. When did we start paying subsidy? I think subsidy started from Obasanjo regime. If I may be correct, I think subsidy started during Obasanjo regime, and the quest for more money increased to subsidize. After the Obasanjo regime, Yar'Adua came, Jonathan came, then the amount of money we require to pay subsidy keep on swelling up every day because of corruption that involved it. Where I'm going, not tell is that before we begin pay subsidy, we have been having insufficient funds, always having insufficient funds in Nigeria, and borrowing has always been the order of the day. So that we remove subsidy doesn't mean that totally we are financially sufficient. What subsidy does, did that time was that is overstressing our economic capacity. That we remove subsidy actually give us a certain relief. But that does not mean that we have had enough. Having said this, does not mean that I'm here to justify senseless borrowing. But that we remove subsidy does not mean that 100% will not be still needed to borrow. Because before we started paying subsidy, we have been borrowing. And after we have been paying subsidy, we even borrow money to pay subsidy sometimes. And that's why Obi said that, am I crazy that I will go and be borrowing like 3.something trillion to pay subsidy for Nigerians? No, I won't do that. So that to remove subsidy, fine. We were able to have some financial relief, but that does not mean that we have enough money. But that does not also mean that we should be and borrowing senselessly. But if I'm Tinubu, I will cut my coat according to the
available cloth, not according to my
your
size.
Available clothes.
The available cloth. If you the cloth that is available is not, then you have like a plus size. Then maybe it is only semi or pint. Your cloth is capable of. So that's what it's supposed to be doing.
Gentleman Mike, $2.3 billion. $2.3 billion. What concrete evidence has Tinubu administration has provided for us to show that previous loans were utilized and not mismanaged? What are the evidence? Do you have any evidence?
Recently, Mr. President told Nigerians that we have met our financial targets as at August. And as a result of that, borrowing, maybe he meant internal borrowing anyway. Internal borrowing will not come on board. He wasn't too clear about external borrowing. I think he was silent about external borrowing. He mentioned internal borrowing, that we no longer borrow internally, as it were. So we are seeing another level of borrowing. For me, I think this borrowing is too much, in my view. I'm not an economist, but I also know that it is not about more money, as our leaders always think. It's about being prudent with what you have. At leadership level, I'm not seeing a high level of prudence from our leaders. So there is no amount of money you put in the hand of a waster that will ever be enough. And that is what they have not realized. No amount of money you put in the hand of a waster that will ever be enough. So they still think it's about more money. They will get the loan, they will get, and at the end of the day, we may not see much in terms of the deliverables. So, as FM said, if I were the president, I think it's time to cut down on some of this borrowing. You have removed subsidy, more money has been freed, more funds have been freed to make use of, and yet high level borrowing is still going on. So for me, we have earned more in this administration, but we have also borrowed much more, which is an irony in my view.
Don't you think it's high time we start demanding total breakdown of money being spent? We should start. You saw the saga between Rufai and what's his name? David Works Minister, David Mai, yesterday, when Rufai was demanding accountability of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Region project. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't want to be coming here and talk about Uche Rufai, because a desperate,
he needed to know how the works minister spent.
You see, both of them, they should have applied more wisdom. Even if Rufai asked that question in an unprofessional way, you don't need to be abusive.
No, he needed accountability.
Accountability is.
And I believe the minister is transparent enough.
I'm coming to open up. The question he has simply is that how much does it cost per kilometer? And if I'm deaf in my shoe, I will have said, you know how much total cost is. Then divided it by the number of kilometers. You get the answer. As simple as that. Because everybody know that topography is different. Mr. Michael, the same amount they used to make this road from here to that end of junction. If you want to go and do it in a rivalry area, okay, it may be times 3. The case will be different. A place where the ground, it's not that friendly. In a rivalry area, that's why it's very difficult to make road in some Niger Delta area, because you have to sand fill some places. You have this kind of granite you will use in some area. They can just use a little granite. If you do it in some places, just 2-3 rains, you will have been
justifying his refusal to answer the question?
I'm not justifying.
That's what you are saying.
I'm not justifying. You see, I said it this morning that I blame both of them. Rufai, you know that you are going to meet Rufai. It's not Rufai, but accountability. I'm coming. Okay. Then you should be patient enough. You know what you are going to face. Then it is true that even if you want to school, you say Rufai, you should be more prudent. You should be more, composed as another person. That Rufai, see, this is what is happening. This thing I'm just saying, it doesn't take Rufai 2 minutes to explain that. You know, all these places, they are not the same. we have different topography. From here to Calabar, it's not an easy journey. So you will reach a particular place, you may even see mountain. You have to bring mountain down. You may so when you explain all these things, it doesn't need to shout. Or Rufai being, I mean, Hussein Rufai, maybe both of them, they are just Rufai, maybe, and Rufai being rude. So both of them, they actually goof. But accountability in this country has been something we are unable to achieve for a very long time.
And would you say would you say the minister was transparent enough?
Why will he be? He has never been transparent. Minister of Works being transparent. They want to wear transparent clothes, except you want transparent. He can never be transparent. And even if they are transparent enough, you still be shaded. There is no, even if you ask him to give you the, I mean, okay, what you now say, okay, this is an average cost, or the the price by per kilometer. What do you want to do with it? If Mr. President don't have problem with the minister, there's nothing anybody can do. If Defimai decided not to go and grant that interview, nothing anybody can do. It's not a primary assignment. He may say, I don't have time to come and grant you interview. So we have been in the hand of these people at this moment and requesting for accountability. Okay, I don't think you will get the accountability. Even then when they give you the accountability, the more you look, the less you see. So when you want accountability, then they will give you accountability. Like my one of my lecturers
has been demanding.
Yes.
For how many months? Ask them questions.
Let me tell you.
You see something, say something. That's what you
there is one. I'm coming. There is one course I offer when I was in Polytechnic. We called PRO, public relation, and they said they gave two scope. One is say it at the other one is go and give them the PRO. I may be PRO to you. When they come and ask me, I give them what they want. But if I want to say it the way, so it's a two scope. I can cook you now and make you look like somebody that you are not being. That is the work of a PRO. So these people, we have found ourselves in their hand, and they have yam and the knife at the same time. When they give you the cost, what do you want to do about it? When the EFCC said they are not interested in query how much they spend on Calabar, Coastal Road, where do you want to take your case to? You understand what I'm saying? So I don't like the situation where you will want to be doing this journalism as if you are doing the work of DSS or police. If it's another journalist, you will have looked for one way or the other to cough up some information from Defimai. Genuinely, no fight, no shouting. You don't somebody that you know you come with. Mr. Mike, if I know that you are coming to shout with me, I may decide to be silent. Then I get what I want from you. I don't need to turn into shouting or fighting. So I see both of them. They are not. I mean, they really mess up.
All right, Big T Prince this morning, all the way from United Kingdom, says, who is Rufai Oseni to be telling a man old enough to be his father to keep quiet because he wants to talk? That's very uncultured and unprofessional. Wow. All right, Big T Prince goes on, saying that must people be preparing to fight because they are coming to a dash Arise TV?
Wow. That's the impression.
What do you have to say on this issue?
Yes, I've not seen the interview, but I just heard when it was being discussed this morning. But from what I perceive, I think Hussein Rufai should be a bit patient with his guests or whichever tried to have interview sessions with them on that platform. It's an interview session. It shouldn't be seen as an interrogation, or you are trying to interrogate the people you have brought. In fact, the minister can choose to decline whatever question Hussein asked, and your Nigerians will see that he has declined. He didn't answer it. That is your job. You have posed the question to whoever, and the person can either treat it or discard it. The viewers can deduce what has happened. You don't have to make the whole thing look as if they have come there to fight. Not at all. I take exception to that kind of arrangement.
Mike, but with the level of corruption in this country, don't you think we need radical journalism?
You are not getting me. You will get whatever information. I don't have problem with these questions in terms of probing into what the activities of that minister. I have zero problem with that. But it shouldn't be done it should be done professionally. I mean, so to speak. You don't have to insult them. You don't have to make them feel as if they have done something wrong by granting interview in your station. There's nothing wrong in asking a question, and there's nothing wrong if the minister choose not to treat it. Nigerians can see that their ministers cannot answer those questions, and and Nigerians have the right to take it up from there. But you cannot force someone to answer you, even if you ask a question.
But there are millions of Nigerians that don't have the opportunity to ask questions, to demand accountability.
You're not getting my point. You cannot force an answer out of anybody. You cannot. If the person choose to decline, you cannot. Also, whichever way the minister chose to have answered the question, you should have leave it that way, and allow Nigerians to take it from there. And look at a minister messing up. If you remember the FRSC guy on that platform on Channel Television several years ago, when he talked about Oga at the top, he was not embarrassed. He was only asked to state I think the website of their outfit, and he messed it up. And they didn't even know that he goofed. He didn't even know anything till the whole thing blew up on the internet. So he should have left it that way. People should not be seen as they are coming there to fight. Not at all.
You have to say something.
What I want to say is just that if you want to do investigative journalism, you cannot go straight to the person affected and ask questions. You may not be able to get the facts. So if you want to really do proper investigative journalism, there are ways to do it. You may investigate somebody very close to that person. That's how to, even if you want to do investigation. So the kind of interview is doing is not investigative. It's not that you want to secret to go and dig in some more information. Right. Of course, you should have known that you cannot get that kind of information.
All right. Away from that, we still have other topics on ground this morning. Femi, I think you were reacting to this story, this write-up this morning. Only Northern Christian president can protect Northern Christians.
Yeah, that I say I don't believe in that ideology. Why? Because we have seen it several times. In several cases. Gowan was a Christian. His deputy, I can't remember his name. He was also a Christian. I can't remember his name as I'm talking about. I think he's come from that area. He's a Christian. And what happened as a military head of state? They led a war to a 99.9% dominated Christian area for 3 years. Supported by that man from Taraba, Danjuma, a Christian. Spearheaded and won by Obasanjo, a Christian. And we have had a Muslim president sitting, quench the fire that was burning in the Niger Delta, occupied by maybe 90% Christian. So it's not, because I come out today and say I'm a Christian, does it mean that I'm a genuine Christian? Some genuine Christians don't even know how to govern. He's a Christian, but he's not gifted with ability to govern. That's the truth of the matter. Some Christians cannot hold church for 3 years. It will be scattered. They don't know how to manage. Some people don't know how to manage people. And I've been citing an example that, okay, what about a place where they are 100% Muslim and they are getting it right? So it's not about Muslim country. We have seen UAE, they are Muslim. We have seen Morocco, they are Muslim. Saudi Arabia, they are Muslim. Libya here, the leader, Muammar Gaddafi, was a Muslim before he died. And we saw what he did to, he has his own, dark side. But at the same time, everybody you can weigh it side by side.
Muslim ticket has affected us.
He has not.
Look at the genocide.
If you have a Christian, do you want to listen to me?
It's talking about.
If you have a Christian, this is how it's going to happen. We have Jonathan as a Christian. Yes. We saw what happened. We have seen Buhari versus Osibajo, a pastor.
But Jonathan didn't run in Christian tickets.
Yes, you don't understand what I'm saying. That even if you have a Christian Muslim or Muslim, it's still the same thing. Buhari was a Muslim. Osibajo was a. What they are trying to tell us
that is happening is not.
It's not about a Muslim. Even if you have a Christian Muslim, if you have a Christian Muslim or Muslim Christian, the same thing will be happening. And I've been said that Tinubu is a Muslim, but where I see the peace they are enjoying in Sandal Kaduna dominated by Christian. That's the truth of the matter. So I don't believe in all this Muslim. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Muslim can lead. See, before we become Muslim or Christian, we are human beings first. The original thing is that we are human beings. We have sense. We can reason. Except when we are growing, that is when they started giving us some wrong orientation and information. So I don't believe in that. Do you know that some Muslims are crying in the southwest because Tinubu is siding Christian? Yes, we have seen Mori come out and say that, hey, see, Tinubu is siding Christian. That's the truth of the matter. So I don't believe in that.
All right, Andrew Ogujimi says Oshibajo was pastor. He didn't complain about Christian killing for 8 years. All right, I'll move down to Nnamdi Anusi. Yesterday, as I saw a serving senator from North shouting "Free Palestine" in Senate entrance instead of discussing the insecurity in Nigeria. The dash was shouting "Free Palestine."
Sorry.
Is that what?
I saw the guy.
You saw it. You want to react?
I was stepping into the chambers.
Wow.
Talking about free Palestine.
All right, thank you so much. People are still reacting to the issue of Rufai Hosseini and David Mai. We need to move down to another topic this morning. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Mike, for having me. Say good morning to our esteemed viewers across the globe. I say good morning, Nigeria.
Likewise, good morning to the wonderful esteemed viewers. We always pray for you that God will bless you and God will bless your generation for the support you've been having. Thank you.
All right, we're talking about certificates forgery. Uche Nnaji has resigned, and this happened under the watch of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What do you have to say, sir?
You see, it's very, very funny. This is another way of another comedy drama being thrown to the public space. And it's also a dent on already dented image of this country. Because the international community are watching us. And when we say service, service embodies accountability, it embodies integrity, it embodies fairness. And to some extent, if Uche Nnaji has resigned, I think he has that is the only window of opportunity left before him to do. I think many ministers before him also follow the same route. I could recall Abioshu, the former finance minister, even though that one was not a certificate forgery, it was just because he did not serve NYC thing. And we also had is this Stella Oduabi, one of the ministers too, a woman, also resigned because that's to tell you that in sensible crime, if allegations are being put across to you and you are being alleged, I think the most commonsensical thing to do is to resign and save your face. But the only cross of the matter that I really want to talk about is that the National Assembly is the one saddled with the responsibility of giving approval to ministerial appointments. And if persons, the person of Uche Nnaji, his records were tabled before the National Assembly, and they never even saw it coming, that he brought a false certificate before them. This was a person that even ran as a gubernatorial candidate in Enugu State, and he came with a secondary school certificate. Though he might claim that he has gone to school also to further his education, but at the end of the whole saga, he brought out a false certificate, which Usuka UNN denied. Is amounted to a kind of unseriousness on the part of the statehood and state administration.
All right, I'm coming to your message, Andrew Ogunjimi. Yeah, Kunle, before I go to the comment section, are these certificate forgery issues mere blackmail or symptoms of corrupt system? At least this has exposed the corruption in the system. And apart from that, how did they get to the office without proper scrutiny?
Okay, thank you very much. Do you know the advent of the problem, how the problem came to be? I think the governor of Enugu State and Uche Nnaji, I think his senior brother is Batu Nnaji or so, that the former Nnaji, an erudite, technocrat. And what happened was there's crisis between Enugu State governor and Uche Nnaji. in which it was really glaring, and he himself said it out that if not that, I don't see anything coming on the national TV that this guy forged certificate. You know, so I can say, you see, the politicians, if they want to fight themselves, they fight themselves dirty, and part of it was what we are witnessing now. Uche Nnaji has been a good ally with the governors, but when everything turned sour, you know, the Yoruba will say ìjà lóde lórí dèwe. So to me, it's an internal problem they're having, because Uche Nnaji has been moving on his life with all these certificates saga. Nobody questioned him until his best allies that knows his in and out in of life exposed him out. So, and he's not the first person that will encounter that issues. You could remember Kemi Adeosun. The Kemi Adeosun own was one of the top-notch politicians in Ogun State that exposed him. Maybe because friend me, I don't want to have a girlfriend, I don't want to have a band friend, I don't want to even engage, you know, that I'm engaged already. And it was the same man that brought him, that introduced him to Buhari, that we have an erudite, we have a very good, knowledgeable lady that can fix up, that can help in fixing up our economic likewise. And he went down to London to invite Kemi Adeosun. And the whole thing turns down to let's be friending ourselves. And Kemi resists, and he has to blackmail Kemi. You know, I'm talking about the senator. He's still alive today, but I just don't want to mention him so that you know, it won't be as if I will be fine. So to me, it has always been the norm about blackmailing. Nevertheless, Nnaji may not have certificates, but he did not supposed to, that issue not supposed to be on media, if not that the bitterness that they have them within themselves. So the certificate saga, I think is a common trend in Nigeria as it is. You could remember the first Senate President or House Speaker we have, Sanusi, what's it called, that Toronto, that has a Toronto certificate that he could not even.
What about President Bola Ahmed?
President,
talking about it?
yeah, I think I like that question yeah, because I want to just first of all finish that what you are giving me before I can go to the king of the king of the nation. I can say,
can an alleged corrupt leader prosecute a corrupt minister?
I cannot say the president is corrupt for now, because EFCC have not investigated him, and likewise the certificate saga he has. I think for the American state actor, you could remember Pinnick from US was the first person to congratulate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and BBC they carry out their investigation all round, and they said this man, I mean, he went to Chicago State University, and the certificate he lost, that you can go, it's a non-thing. Go and do affidavit. They give them that opportunity that you can go and do affidavit outside the school, so that you can tender the certificate from even outside the affidavit.
Antecedent, given his record on this same issue,
Yeah,
can he prosecute? Can his administration prosecute Uche Nnaji?
it can prosecute Uche Nnaji because he has been cleared. I'm talking about the school authority. The BBC did all the investigations, and they deemed it clear that this man went to Chicago State University, but he misplaced his results, and with that result, they went to the school, that's Chicago State University, and they told them that that is the norm in their schools. The student can go and do affidavits of your results and bring it and show it to anybody, and that was what closed the case. That was what closed the case. So anybody that say the Mr. President did not, they did not attend Chicago State University, they're just fooling themselves. I was so happy when one of the Atiku allies came on board and said the truth, that this man, anybody that is saying this man did not go to school, this man did not do that, he should, just bury, his blackmailing. That he used to see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on islands. That's I'm talking of workshop house where the Mobi Nigerian Limited was operating. Yeah, not even Exxon, not Mobi Nigerian Limited.
Okay.
You know that he was there. He always met him. He always met him on the lift. They always climbed lift together to their different offices. So what are we now saying? You see, Nigeria. I can say Nigeria is the headquarters of blackmailing now, as it is. They will blackmail you. They will pull you down. They will do all sorts of things. But when the truth need to prevail, the truth has to prevail, and that's the truth we are telling people now here on this stand.
All right, Uche Chima says Nnaji did well at least by resigning and owning up to his acts. But when is Tinubu resigning because of his Oluwole certificate?
You see, I don't know whether Mr. Odeze know anything about the certificate we're talking of. I don't know whether he know about the stories. I think you have to go back to the archive and learn more of how the story came to be. And that is what I'm telling you. And
It wasn't in this climb when it happened.
It wasn't. But the world is a global village. You ought to have been following up. And I can say the presidency allies in the Aso Rock there, please, there is a lot of job to do for you. And it's more or less I'm doing some of their jobs. And that is why I say Nigerians need to be enlightened. We need to be enlightened. The people that you want to cast their vote, they want to cast their vote for you. They need enlightenment so that they will know the wrong from the right.
All right, so Fabiodu says Chicago State University never declared Tinubu for certificate. Please let us move on. All right, we'll move down to Ecoson. President is not corrupt. How much is the sale of petrol in Nigeria? You don't know anything about politics. We're talking about tribalism. All right, dash. All right, we'll move down to Nnamdi. Ule, please, dash. Okay.
The dash. Let's hear the dash, man. Let's hear the dash, please. I always say it also that we can correct ourselves. We can correct them. I will be happy to hear the dash. Michael, I know the erudite journalist you have. If you want to start, you
hear some dash.
Yeah, there's
or dashes. You won't be able to stand here.
No. I have a thick skin. So
you develop it.
I developed it right from onset before the president came into this first term. Candidacy. I was the only one. They were banishing. So I still stand faith. That's why I'm calling out the presidency, the people in the presidency there, that they still have a lot of job to do. I've been here supporting the president, not because the president is giving me anything, has given me any appointments. I'm just doing it on my own, and I wake up every day, I stand there and talk. You know what it takes? We are all here now. With the good job, you are the balance equity that you are giving to the platform. So I think we need to.
All right. Many Nigerians believe that Tinubu's government is all about meritocracy. When can we start having the right people in power?
You see, I will be repeating myself again. I did mention on this platform that the template that we have, that we are currently running with, is not a very good template. And I've made allusion to the fact that unless the template is rigid and bears the toga of equity, fairness, and accountability, then we can begin to say we are headed somewhere. But a situation whereby the template is already on a faulty, is being birthed on a faulty premise. Because you cannot place something on. That is just a fundamental truth. A situation whereby we are here and we keep on, we want a better governance, and instead of craving for that, the template is faulty. Then we ourselves, we are not doing ourselves any word of good, because the template as we currently have it is faulty, and we cannot get the dividend of democracy from a faulty premise. Look at our institution, as the case may be. All the institutions they are all headed into one place. Nobody is checkmating anybody. When we say, I think one of the ethos upon which all the strands, upon which democratic ethos stands, is when you have separation of powers, which embodies the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. If all these organs of government are doing their oversized function, as the case may be, you will see that there will be a kind of a check on any form of arbitrariness. But it's even whereby the National Assembly has now become a rubber stamp to the executive. We continue to have all these kind of inanities as evident in the case of Uche Nnaji and the ones before it.
And now that he has been found guilty, of course, he has resigned. Should he face the penalty?
I believe that the one before it, how much of a penalty did they face? Adeosun? Because for crying out loud, these people sworn on oath. You know what oath means? It's a social contract. That you are going there to perform. And service is people-centered. You are not there for yourself. You are there for the nation. A situation whereby you are not doing the needful. And when you resign, you should be called to answer for your case. I believe that when we are, it's like I'm repeating myself again. I said the template was birthed on a faulty premise.
Only, still have something to say?
I have a lot to say about Mr. Udeze. I still have to go back. Maybe it's just now.
Udeze again?
Udeze, yeah. Does Mr. Udeze? Did you know that? Did you know that the Southeast is having economic commission as it is? Did he know that as of now, the development in Southeast has even superseded the one in Southwest here? And you're talking of the Aba Rivers Road, which has been done now, has been commissioned by Umai, and a lot of goodies are happening, but they don't see anything. It's all about criticism of the president. And I can tell them wholeheartedly, they should be going home, they should be visiting home and see what is happening. It's not just all we following what is going on the YouTube and saying that this, that.
Should he face the penalty?
Yes, yes. I think that the penalty, I have never seen anyone facing penalty on that issues, right? So I think it is just his case will just be, we pardon you, go home and sin no more.
Pardon.
That is the norm there now. That is the norm with the level that our leaders have brought to. That's what I'm saying. All these things, the lacuna that has been created was the constitutional, the weakness of our constitution. And once we get that right, I think everybody will sit tight. So I will support them to just rob any committers or any person that go against the law and rob his head and say go home and sin no more. But the constitution, we have to work on the constitution. So the constitution, a strict constitution and a rigid constitution that will make everybody sit tight, both from the presidency to the governors to the house. National Assembly.
You have the certificate scandal of Uche Nnaji. I'm not aware.
I'm not aware much, but the certificate of my brother is not news to Nigerians, which you and I know. Many of them that are in political power, political position, are like that. Yes, now that is what they are using to eat. That is what they have been enjoying, and that are the trending things. Is a normal phenomenon in Nigerian system. Let me tell you, many of them that are in position, that are in power, don't have certificate. Good morning, our viewers. Please, I'm sorry. Good morning, all of you. May God bless you. This is Biafran Evangelist, and good morning, Mr. Mike. You see, my brother, if you remember these certificates of 18, he played against the late Muhammadu Buhari. At the end of the day, they said that time, even the military one which he claimed to have obtained was not even registered in NUA.
Yet, Bola Ahmed Tinubu in power now. You and I waiting. Even is still currently going on. Saga of a certificate. And not only many of them like that. Many of them even in the Southeast. Go and check many of them. They don't have certificate. Yes, they don't have. But they are ruling. It's a normal thing in Nigeria. Yeah, permit me to use the word because it has been happening often and nothing happens. So it has become part of the system. Yes. And I heard Kule saying of, taking a kind of justice to that. And
He should be pardoned. He should be pardoned.
they should be pardoned because others have been receiving pardon. So you cannot start the law on him now. Yes, if you want to carry the law against him, you start it from the onset. It wasn't the first person. So you start it from the first person.
That's
From somebody, which they know among themselves. They know themselves.
But the school authority said Tinubu attended Process University.
Is it today we are hearing at the end of the day? Baba, you know what is on ground now. You know what is playing in Nigeria, especially politics is concerned. All these our politicians. Have they ever come out with truth? Is it not at the end of the day? One day, one will come out. I am sorry. This so and so, and that time damages have been caused. So for how long are you believing what they say? I don't believe. I don't trust our politicians. So.
All right, this is Chima says Uche Nnaji, moved by forging his own certificate locally, would have just moved to Niger, Chad, or Benin Republic to buy his own certificate. All right, Obinwa also says, Mike, what about Tinubu certificate? All right, we move down to 7 Heaven. Does this only own a health insurance? Dash. All right, what do you have to say?
Well, good morning, Mr. Mike Adepuya, and good morning, our readers. Good afternoon and good evening. May good Lord be with you people today's Wednesday. Now, to talk, you know that Uche Nnaji is not the first. But when someone is doing good things, some politicians will let you one way to find one result and bring out. Let me say, like Kemi Adosu, for your own, they say forge. And meanwhile, there's something federal government of Nigeria did, which she herself did not like it. They used that certificate report and put what did she did? She just resign and move out, leave that power for them because she don't need that power by all means. Uche Nnaji did the same thing. We don't need it by all means, but those who need it will pay any amount to make sure say they are there. They know themselves. Mama Buhari like that. Our city president like that. Let them go in. They'll find ourselves the old is forgery. They use because he need that president by all means. People who back him, they back him. That is Nigeria for you. Nigeria lie in corruption, full of corruption in Nigeria. Anything. And which they can never get it right. I'm saying it, I'm repeating it. No matter whatever, come to 20 years coming, Nigeria will never get it right. When they are using this pattern, no way. Let them open their hand, let their hand should be clean so that they can get it right.
Smart. Why is this scandal so common in the APC administration? Why?
Maybe it has gotten to this stage because the Nigerian media or the Nigerian journalists has not been, uptight with one of the conduct of which they should be practicing. For many years now, it has been like it's sounding like, or it seems like the Nigerian media has been bought by every party of the day. If a state is this party, all the media house in that state will be PDP. If it's Lagos, there will be more of APC, and like that, they just share themselves. And this is where investigative journalism plays out. It has been rampant since the time of Buhari and co. So you won't be surprised if someone like Buhari became the president of the country. So what more of those who are, a lot of them, as they have said, do not even have the certificate. They can just know how to buy their way and find their way due to my father is this, my this. It happens. In fact, it's not even common here. Now, common in northern parts. Majority of some northerners in some parastatal in Lagos State here, and so we should not mention. They don't even have any qualification. They will just bring, even though in the Nigerian army, you see some generals and so, no, not all of them did not, most of them did not go to NDA. Those that attend NDA, we know what NDA is school. Go 5 years, pass and do everything. But majority of the generals, the majors, and the likes of the lieutenants, when you search very well, you see that they have no qualification. Some of them cannot even write a simple English. Cannot even speak for 30 minutes.
They cannot even speak good English at all.
And you wonder, how do you badge major? How come do you write to lieutenant? We have sisters and so that in the media of you just see that they just come, bring some people in from nowhere. I witnessed some, several years I went to the military, this thing since 2011 and so. I even those from my state that I did not even see, young people here, we are easy to actually recognize ourselves. And then when my other people get picked and we did not pick up, I don't see this one under my state for this. How can you be for this and you are claiming my state and you are not Yoruba person like that? No qualification, you just see them boom. So even the Nigerian military needs to be, that is the work of journalists. You need to go on investigation. If you check them, you see most generals. You'll be surprised that most generals, top rank personnel did not have. So coming to this people, we need to work. Let journalists, we have a lot of media freelancers. Let them go to school, take profiles of all those commissioners, some governors, some this. You'll be surprised some governors that I would not even mention never level, but it's the governor of the state that we are having issues now about crisis. You understand? So and so on and so forth like that. So they are the one that will work for us and let us know that we have media function investigative journalism that's still working in Nigeria to expose all those people. Either someone has done before you escape to, it's always from someone that that will dance to the tune of the music.
But excuse me, yes, what you said is good, but I put it to you, they are not working based on your media or journalism research, and they are not there in that position because of journalism reports. They are there because of that system that is running within them, and them are running that system. Because you and I vividly know that most of them that are in power are not by our choice. Most of them were imposed on us, even with our criticism, even with our report, with the journalism stuff. Yet they pay adamant to what we say to journalism. So
no, it is normal for you to be elected, either whatsoever we pick, normal. But the point is, you have been elected. It's for me as a journalist working every media. Okay, this person, check the profile of this person. Don't just go beyond the fact that you come with.
For example,
do you know that checking their passing out, every day, every school will convocate. You understand? And the list of every student that graduates so year will be printed in their their books there. So you probably have come to say you did this, no wahala now. Which school did you come pass out from? That's when you don't need to shout. That's what investigative journalism comes to. They don't need, and no one needs to tell you to do your job as an investigative journalist. You go, you are the first frame of the this thing. So you go and make your research on behalf of the people of the so you go there and say, okay, you say pass out. Where are those that pass out together? Where is the convocation on this thing? Is the name there? About this one, no come out. Meet the school. Because when you start chatting online, they will know how to buy their way and go and, but that will prove you pass out with set. The person claim he pass out something about 1999. Who are those? Then you do your findings. Baba, we don't know this one. No be our. There's nothing, no amount of illegality or corruption can take that away. When you have this person that claims to be does not have this. You understand? There's different case when you do not present any high level certificates. Because constitutionally, when you know you have O-level results, you can be a governor of the state.
Your report does not change.
But once you have presented
my point.
An illegal a false certificate, that is an indictment already. So we will not even go back to because you have say you have a level, but you have committed a crime. Then dealt with.
Oh, should he face the penalty?
Why not? Why should he not face? Why me? I send myself to struggle. They do everything, do nice job, not to be like to be responsible, to be a responsible citizen. You now have someone that choose not to be responsible, not to perform a civic duty as a good citizen of the country. You understand? So you get to that top. You are not saying you will not face penalty, bro. justice must be what? Must be served. And this is an eye-opening for our media personnel, basically that this way. Also, those that they are seeing that they should what? Make more this thing about some other people too.
All right.
We have a lot of them.
All right. Away from that, let's quickly take a look at Tinubu's. Okay, let's take a look at. Okay, let's move down to another one. Tinubu 6 National Assembly approval for about $2.3 billion. Now, what happened to the previous loans? What happened to them? 2.3 billion. That's external
Loan.
Yeah, external borrowing.
China.
Borrowing again.
External, not internal. External borrowing.
External borrowing,
Yeah.
not internal.
So what happened to the previous loan?
Let's just go straight to the point.
But as the government published an audit of existing debts and repayment before seeking another loan,
That is how it's supposed
I
to
believe
be.
at this point we Nigerians need to demand transparency on how our money is being spent.
Time.
It's not their money, right?
It's our money.
So what happened to the existing?
I will tell you. You know why I say I will answer you? The money that they borrow, which they borrowed, I believe that they have a reason of borrowing that money. But do you see it now? Do you agree with me that what they give us on newspaper, on television, on every media house, as a reason of borrowing money, is not what they use that money for? Do you agree with me now? The previous one that they borrowed, which they cannot give us the audit, which is supposed to, for us to see where are putting,
Make it public. Let us
make
know.
it public to see how the money, the ones you have, borrowed, how you spend it, where you channel it, the result of it. We didn't see it. So that means they borrow it and they share it. Borrow, I said it on this platform and I'm still saying it again. What they are running is borrow and share. And that is why they keep borrowing. With what Buhari borrowed up to today, Nigeria still remain like this. I saw a newspaper. Is that place that they play there? Is it not Nigerian road? Check it out. This newspaper, Vanguard. Look down. Is that place not road? So we still have this kind of road in Nigeria, where we are still borrowing again, and we have Minister of Transport and road whatsoever. All the money they are borrowing and the money they say they are channeling on road this thing, where is that money? Both the previous Minister of Works and the current Minister of Works, please, what are you people using this money to do? Yes, these people need to answer us. Our government is starting from Mr. President down to the least. They need to bring. See, my beloved brother, there is a need of transparency for things to gel and to augur well. And this thing can only happen in a state where genuinity, where truth is allowed to reign. And it can only come from a man who wants to be principled and polished and simple.
Are you seeing the impact of this borrowing?
No.
Suma.
Sometimes Mike will just be, you just be whining someone. During the time of Obasanjo, come out with FOI, Freedom of Information, as a journalist or as a citizen of the country, you have the right to walk into any government organization of Assasa to seek for how they have been managing all the funds that have been coming in. They have every right to give you a copy of the rundown of income and outcome, how they call it, of the organization. And you begin to wonder what is the work of our media houses. We have TVC, we have AIT, we have all those big guys and co. It's going beyond just sitting in the studio bringing politicians come and be, changing this thing with them. The money that have been borrowed, fine. You have the right to have the breakdown. Why the money needed to be borrowed? What are you using to do? What are you doing with the money? What have you done with the money before? Fabio is just there to be signing anything, and that guy needs to be investigated. Since we have gotten a couple that did not go to school, we need to investigate Fabio also. very well because
if he didn't forge certificates.
yes, we need to because you see, no matter how
So they need to start investigating all the ministers.
All of them.
in
Them.
a sane country, you can't have some.
He's
You know,
speaking,
no
yeah.
matter how you are power or you are greedy, how greedy can be. There should be this side of humanity and conscience that now who is talking about Buhari now? Tell me one person online or even though that will take good about the guy. You'll be wondering that even since the death of Yaradua, you hardly find people say late Mr. Yaradua. You don't even remember to pull it, even though in official this thing. All of his impact. That man came in the space of 1 year. You do not need 3 years to make an impact. If you are responsible, you actually have some success. In the space of 1 year, good breeze will blow. But boy,
Are you not feeling the breeze?
which
No?
breeze? We are feeling breeze now.
Yes,
Literally,
we are feeling the
ironically,
breeze.
because as a Christian we say and the Muslim we say don't matter to say negative thing. But in this aspect, there is no joy here. When we come out, we also want to come out here to be saying not about the good policies of the government of the day. You understand? To the public, we are doing this, we are doing that. It's a sin. You can't be going away and saying you are going to go and find investors in your country that is not safe. It's when it's in the same country that thing happened. It's not your right to seek investors. You understand? It's the right of the investors to they know they have research team. I don't know the way that maybe they're thinking is this Amalaja and this or this they are small things that they investor will see a country, they have research institute, do which country is thriving, which country has good electricity. They are the one that will come because they have something to gain here. But when you don't spoil your country, you are now by force go and be finding them to say you are using our money, wasting our money to be traveling and go and be doing whatsoever you like. So the way the money have been spent, Tinubu has borrowed. Before he came to me, he said he don't need to borrow money, he knows what to do. The money Tinubu has borrowed in the space of 2 years is more than the money Buhari borrowed in 8 years. And this Tinubu is just spending going to 3 years now.
3 years.
You borrowed more than the money that a whole governor president borrowed in 8 years. So what is Nigerian face in second term? That means you will just see Chinese people now, they will be flogging, they will have their police too. Hey, your father owes us money, be collecting tax now, toll gates, all this, they will take over the country. What is the essence of borrowing money and where is the way forward?
All right, we have Antnam in the comment section now. He says net fund is good policy, tax reform is good policy, removal of subsidy is good policy, removal of naira to dollar subsidy is good policy. Tinubu, okay. All right, there's a team that says Tinubu na correct dash. All right.
This man, this man.
It is okay, don't worry. It is fine to actually remove subsidy, do this, do that. But in a working system, Nigeria is not a country that is designed to be borrowing tax, to be collecting tax. Because US and the country that what pains is that you will be adopting some crazy policies from their country. But the aspect of transparency, accountability, you're always neglecting that. That means you show that you are not capable. You are an hypocrite. If you want to copy someone, copy and fully. Those that are copying is the name of those that are copying for say, yeah, you are a good boy. You understand? If you want to copy the good side. You can't come in and float naira, remove subsidy, do this when you know the state of the country. That means that the president only claim to know the state of Nigeria as at then, where he does not, as he claimed. That is why all those things happen. US and co, they are taking tax. They don't have any what least the natural resources that US or UK has. They live on taxation, taxing. That is why.
All right, Safabiadu says name a single country that doesn't borrow as an undeveloped country.
A lot of Nigeria, a lot of countries, even US and UK, they are borrow. But what do you have to say in a country that those countries borrow because they don't really have a natural resource to dwell on? They don't have like crude oil as we have. They don't have lithium. They don't have coal. So dwell on, go back on, find, take their stuff, find those countries that you are gaining you are seeing the impact of whatever
They are
little
borrowing.
thing they are borrowing. And there's an place, this is why we are borrowing. You can checkmate any mayor, any governor, any of the states. You can call us, walk up to what was White House to say, I want to meet them, blah blah this. Can you near the gate of Barcelona? Who are you?
Can you even get near local government?
Can you even,
chairman?
even though to see local government chairman, your chairman will be inside. Ordinary local government chairman,
All right, sir.
they will tell you that it is not around. You understand? So what's the way forward?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, what I want to say to touch that area of subsidy. You know, yes, removing of the subsidy is good, but Mr. President is not the first person who intend to remove subsidy. And moreover, we never campaign. It was not part of his campaign. Removal of subsidy. He never put it in part as a part of his campaign. And let me tell you, Mr. President, removal of subsidy, we did not have the structure. We did not have a good foundation on how to remove that subsidy. But someone did. You understand? Somebody like Jonathan. I will give you an example. I thought of it this morning and analyzed it within myself this morning. Jonathan, it took Jonathan some years to talk about removal of subsidy. And Jonathan had a structure. He had a plan. He laid down a foundation. You understand? A platform of which, if subsidy is being removed, the effect and the disadvantage and the advantage. You see where he now, after doing all this, he comes back and said, I'm going to remove subsidy and the price of fuel will be 120 naira. That is a man that knows what he's doing, that have a plan, that have a structure, that have a foundation. You understand? Removing it 120 naira. And the same current president now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was among the people who campaigned against Jonathan regard to this, who propagate many things against Jonathan regard to that fuel issue. And now you come to power to remove subsidy without a proper plan, without a structure, without a good foundation. If you want Jonathan, he say it will be sold at the rate of 120 naira. Then now you remove, because many are telling me they did not remove subsidy during Jonathan time. They have made, that is why now they remove subsidy. That is why things are like this. And I said to them again, and I'm bringing it up here, let's remove it and let's sold it at the rate of 120. You understand? Is it not the same remover? Now you remove your own. You don't have foundation. You do not have structure. You do not have a platform, a system to manage the removal of the subsidy. You just come out, remove it, and the price went to 1,200. Then minus stamp 1,200, minus 120 from it. How much still remain? Then prompt you to go and propagate and dance. I don't know whether you get, and now look at you. So before we do things, sometimes let's think.
Yeah, Mr. Lucky, you're welcome to the program. We are talking about the loan request by the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu seeks about $2.3 billion loan. Again, that's what Nigerians are saying. Again, but the question is that is the National Assembly scrutinizing this?
You have good morning, my brother.
They scrutinize this before they give they accept the president's request.
All this.
Or is the National Assembly just a rubber stamping executive decision?
Thank you very much, my brother, Mr. Man. Thank you. You are. Out of rubber presidency, a dog. It's a dog. I call him dog. You know why I call him dog? Doesn't know what he's doing there. You know, he would speak. Everybody there are just looking for what to eat. Tinubu can go on and collect million times. All I know, they are for own pocket, not for Nigeria. All the lawyers be collecting. Ask me, roads are bad. I'm just coming out from Lagos Expressway. They just finished under Buhari. You can't pass that place now. The roads are bad. The pump, everything is open everywhere. Now you can't move. All the money you are borrowing, nobody can question. Nobody can ask question. All they know, what they are doing now is 2027. Both Tinubu, both Senate President, everybody, ministers. You can't grant them interview. They answer you very well. The next day they'll be abusing you. Look at what happened to my verify. You know, tell us what have you done for just at least 3 years now under Tinubu. No, Tinubu cannot grant a set of media, everybody. So Nigeria, I blame Nigeria. And I learned that Sowore, what's his name, want to plan mass rally to Asoro. Everybody, if you know Carlo, so that we question this law that Tinubu is pouring. Let's go ask him.
What is it for?
What is this for?
On what purpose?
For what purpose?
I want to chip it in now. He want to borrow it because 2027 is coming.
Yes.
So he can use it to run election.
I run it to change INEC. Allow them more end before you change it to vote. The man work for you. The man work for you. Otherwise, let me tell you, you mentioned Jonathan at that time. I look at it. The people power to be are the one pushing Jonathan to come back. The power to be, there's power to be. They want Jonathan to come back. They know that if this man come back second time, Nigeria has collapsed already under his watch. Nigeria have divided under his watch. So what remaining? Go arrest. The 10 days he spent in Lagos State, all about Jonathan. Had to stop Jonathan not to come. And the man has not even mentioned that he's coming.
At all. Fear.
Just panicking. The APC everywhere panicking. Well, so be it. My prayer is Atiko, I beg you, please, just keep younger one to accept. Go arrest. So that let it be between Jonathan, Obi, and Tinubu.
Stepping down for
No, he must step down, please. He must step down. He must step. I'm begging you. If you are hearing me,
Step down for who?
you should step down for Obi or Jonathan. Please, please, I'm begging you, Atiko, please. So that this game can play properly. I get to be, please, I'm begging you. You are hearing me, but Tinubu, enough is enough. Look at gas. Gas has become 2,000 naira per it. You can't buy kerosene. You can't pay rent. And they are telling you school fees low. You can't access it.
The result of Bengasan
Not even the Bengasan. See, let me tell you, Dangote, I don't understand. I believe that gas, that petroleum is not made only Dangote low. I believe some government are benefit inside there. That's why you see Dangote how can you sack 800 Nigerians? You are telling me you have the right to do that. Follow the constitution. Anyway, all I know, Nigeria should wake up. Wake up and let's take our destiny to our hand. Not waiting for Tinubu. Tinubu has nothing to offer.
In addition to what you just said concerning that Dangote, sir, do you know that you don't have to blame Dangote? Do you know the people to blame? The government. Yes. Because we have many Nigerians that are capable, which they're supposed to give hand to.
Yes.
Give them certificate too. Give them license too. Let it not be only Dangote. That is why all these things is happening. Whereby we have many of them like that, this thing wouldn't have gotten to this level. Yes. So it is the fault of the government, not Dangote now.
You know who is afraid of Obi? It's elite. You know the elite. Person like Dangote will not want Obi to come back. Person like Obi will not want Dangote to Obi to come back. He knew that Obi understand the game. If Obi come back, we will have 10 Dangote. We will have 10 Otojola. We have things that will balance that the masses will benefit. But let me tell you, Tinubu has failed this country. He has failed. Nothing. He can't offer anything. He can't offer. You're rushing to INEC. I bought INEC and you, they are the same thing. All I know is that Nigeria must change 2027. We can't continue with all those expiring drugs. People who have expired, people don't have certificate. How would the children go to school when the leader, they don't even know what to go to school? And you said it when Jonathan was about to remove subsidy. They're screaming. All of them went to Jota. They were cooking food. They were eating, dancing, all musicians. Today, where are they? Nigerians are dying like a chicken. Go to hospital, no bed. Electricity, nothing.
Let me tip you. You see what is happening now? You see what is happening? Everything at the expo. It's like hold on. It's like calm down. See what is happening now. You see the rejected stone. See somebody was a rejected stone. You see, you can't eat your cake and have it back. Yes. You see, Tinubu did it years ago. He promoted the highest protest in the history of Nigeria to remove a sitting president. The name of say want to remove subsidy. And now at the end of the day, you came. Just the first day, you now remove that same subsidy. And you say it should not be removed yesterday. If it should be removed, Nigeria is going to perish. Say, let Jonathan go, chase him away. If you remove subsidy, Nigeria will perish. And Nigeria was brainwashed to that extremely end. And they will remove Jonathan voluntarily. We don't know that we are stabbing ourselves in the back. Now he came. He now came. The first day, never sit down and say, subsidy gone. That day, Nigeria gone. I thank God that Nigeria now experienced the bad and the good and the ugly. Now the rejected stone is now the chief cornerstone. And now they are afraid of that stone. But that stone is coming. He's coming. You see, he's coming. He's coming. See, why are they afraid? Why are they using? Why are they bringing law to stop printing, not to protect? Because if the letter should stand up today, a dead man hearing the letter voice, we stand up and say, hey, because we are seeing the bad and the good and the ugly. So you say it's not eligible. It's not Tinubu is afraid. Tinubu is afraid because he doesn't have that. We don't know what is being about. Okay, you are part of the industry in Nigeria. You say eligible. What do you do eligible? What do you do? You okay, so why are they afraid? You know they are afraid of Jonathan. I'm not afraid. Why is this not eligible? Just to waste our time. Waste everybody's time is over. The bad time is over. Say the deal is a disaster. Jonathan is a disaster. Come to an end. Jonathan is all Nigeria yesterday. All the Philippines. Jonathan has no way to go. Looking for God. Everything cannot control his women. That's what I Nigeria. You know what Nigeria is what we are talking about. You see what happened to Ghana? See, Ghana was a rejected. See, you want to reverse yourself. You want to revert back to the goodness. Ask Kule, why is you want to revert back to the goodness. Don't say no. It's not qualified. Now you are afraid. I'm not afraid. You are afraid. Nobody will quit for I want the ring and go no. I like to know that Nigeria will stand up. I know of this just how I know about. You have to leave. Back to body law. Back to body law. Go back to body law. You are being women. Big stuff. I have under here. I want to go for here. That could not organize women. Jagaba has gone. It is finished. And so it is finished. They were fighting people that way for Jonathan. And the abandonment of Jagaba. It is finished. The abandonment. Under the government, no matter the situation, you are going Jonathan, him as well, because the I want to ask a question. It's time to go. Why is the question? Why would they be afraid of that? I'm not afraid. Why they forget? We don't be afraid of him. Jonathan is not the God of the devil here Jonathan. You work on now.
It's time to clear. Hold on. Another thing I want to ask Kule, what is Iyaloja doing in my state? Iyaloja. Confusion. What is he doing? Part of injustice. Oba and please, go and mind your side. What do you do in Lagos? What do you do in Benin? Oba say you have a culture. You come to this Oba advise Iyaloja. You should go back to Osun or go to this. Go make your assistant go alone. And assistant to Iyaloja. Maybe you say you dey go visit am. Leave me alone. They tie in our head. What did you believe? You came so I'm marketing my talk. Okay, now you are not general. No, that's the Lagos. Our mother happens to be general. We have under Baba. That is general. Southwest is always from Lagos. Southwest, not Benin. Southwest. Benin, we have culture. You are our brother now. Benin, our brother. Please, Benin, our brother. Are you know what to do? The game is over. Which over? The game is over for Jagaba. Which game? So the game is over because Nigeria are tired of the situation. The game you have in the dream. You have only one vote. Yes. God bless you. Let's go there because now our vote must be counted. I have never seen a time when Nigeria supported any government and saying that this government is good. They will only condemn every government that have been the You see one thing about Nigeria. I bet you take it or you leave it. If Jesus Christ is opportune to come to Nigeria and rule, they will condemn Jesus Christ. You know the problem here is having. We will condemn him. You know the problem is having. We are, when British came, they have their own strategy. The first thing they do was slave trade. After slave trade, they introduce religion. After religion, they now bring us together. We people that we don't understand each other, and they do the marriage. This is the effect of the marriage. That is the problem. That is the reason either you take it or you leave it. No president. Take it and you write my name. I'm Mr. Yobeji. But nobody called them Yaradua. Nobody called them Yaradua. No, it's speaking. No, it's not. I know that. Okay, why are they afraid of doing that? Wait. You said I see your document. Your body language is that you are Jagaba. They said they are. See, you say no government. See, you can't compare Yaradua to not with this present government. It's not comparable. What's how old are you? It's not comparable. How old was this? See, you can't compare the solution. You are not government. This one is I didn't tell me. And get it fail. But they fail. No, somebody by the time you are if you didn't know they stole Igbo man or they stole anybody from England, you will see where the other tribe will be stopping. That is Nigeria for you. Sir, have you come and done well? Have you done well? This one is a APC. One last to go to bad or good. One last to go to your village. You say whether bad or good. One last you go to your village. You say whether bad. One last you go to your village. You are not talking about. You are not talking about. The palace you are talking about Nigeria. Which Nigeria? Nigeria is charity begins at home. See, let me tell you. Charity begins at home. I like that. One last you go home and say what is going on. Whether you like it or not, you must correct. Nigeria, I'm actually likewise. Nigeria, the knowledge of the year. As the now, Enugu, I travel past you, and you know about rivers now. Your place here. Osun State, no road. Lagos State, no road. We have one of the best. We have one of the best. You mentioning about? We have one of the best roads. Which road? Which road? I hear you. You dey Lagos here. No even go. No go Benin. You dey Lagos. You dey carry by my life. That's your problem.
You said you are not supporting anybody.
Excuse me.
And you said
Another thing I just want to say is that imagine Nigeria then during the days of Buhari, how much are they giving the governors? I only want to tell you where the problem is coming from. Nigeria is the kind of country they will see the problem instead of attacking the root of the problem. They start complaining. Imagine how much are they giving the governors now?
They've never
What
had it so good.
What are they doing with the money?
Ask
If you are blaming the president, you need to be blaming the governors. But Nigeria will never do that. But the fact that we want this person to do
like this one, you know they go out.
I will
answer you, sir. I will answer you.
Is it like family man? This man go back to his house. You see the politics that is happening in his own house between his wife and the children.
There is something, there is something you say which I told him, yeah, you make a point. But when you are mentioning governors and whatsoever, and the president, excuse me, and the president, according to government, it is the leader that receive praises or blame. You know that. No, it's true now.
Do we have a constitution in this country?
Sorry. Sorry. You asked a question now. You said, and I will answer you now. You are not blaming governor. Are you aware? A chairman of Ogun State asked for governor. Listen to me, sir. A chairman of Ogun State asked governor, where is our money to pay staff workers? Did you know that chairman was fired?
Which man?
In Ogun State, they have fired the chairman. Are you aware? Are you aware? From Ijebu, because he requests there is our local government money to pay this staff today. You know that so now me go ask and now me go ask now he's telling us that listen he's telling us that president governor is receiving more money. Hold on. He's telling us this man is telling us that more governors are receiving more money. Ask for gas, ask this man how much he's buying fuel and gas. He's telling you they receive more money. He didn't ask the governor why the governor stop PC road. Go and check Ogun State Mowe road and see there's a state road. It's dead trap. You can't move it. Go to Osun State. No road. No road. I'm lying. I'm not going to Osun State. You want to tell me about my state? Adeleke is working. Yes, he's working wonder. I just tell you say it's president. It's not yes. You are telling me about my state. You are lying about my state. I went to my state. This is lying and it's lying. You don't have money to common sense. You know, come on. I think he claims that he claim Osun, he claim Lagos, he claim Ogun State. Where are you coming from? I move around. I'm not people that I'm not making you that like somebody that don't know where do you come from? I came from Biafra. See, don't fail. I say from which state you come from? Biafra. You are talking Nigeria. But go to your Biafra. You don't know which state you go to your Biafra. You come from Lagos. Maybe you start from Biafra, Ghana. Go to your Biafra. You will stop Biafra. You Africa. Which Africa? Odo Africa. Okay, what do you say?
Thank you so much.
People don't even know. You know exactly know where it's coming from. And it's criticizing our Joshua. You are not cast. You are not cast. You are not Nigerian. Yes.
We don't need that here.
Igbo is an outcast.
How do you say you be Biafra?
Just
I'm a Biafra.
You can't belong to two religions. You can't belong to two nations.
Excuse me, that is wrong.
Excuse me.
That's our your level.
Excuse me, my dear. It's not.
Now you be in Nigeria.
Hello, I'm not Nigeria. I say I'm a Biafra. And I have rights. As Igbo man, I have rights to live anywhere. Excuse me, I have my rights to live anywhere. I can live. Excuse me, I have rights. If I have my money qualified me to live in Canada, I go to Canada and I live in Canada. If I have this thing to live in America, I live in America. That doesn't mean that I don't come from somewhere. I came from somewhere and I know where I come from. Do you understand me? I know where I come from.
All right, thank you so much, Biafra.
And I am here as a dual citizen. I'm a Biafran.
All right, authentic. Thank you.
All of us.
Automatically, we must make Nigeria again. Because the time has come to an end for Jagaba. Because can you imagine now? You are borrowing. They are sharing the money. Apart the head is shut up. What about Nigeria? See the other man say, don't you know that yesterday under Buhari there was no sharing money to governor? But now Jagaba, we are sharing money and we are not hungry. Where are we going from here, Mike? Where are we really going? Where will we be sharing million? The government. You say I should go and ask government. Can I even have the opportunity to go and ask local government? See, everything lies in the desk of the president. When you do and well, we say we say that you. But why not say Jagaba? Go to your governor. How will you go to governor? No, the president is the one that gives governor money. Governor don't do that very well. You ask the governor, the president. Nobody say you go to share. What about share for Benin? They share my money for Benin. They share my money. The governor, the president is responsible for everything that we have. Are you not citizen of Benin? He is the leader. He is your right to know what citizen of Benin. Are you not a gay man? I'm a confirmed citizen of Benin. When last you visit the gate? Your family after that was the king. I watched my whole village to how far. I said now, the battle continue. Which battle? The battle continue. I said I traveled last time. I told you. Let me tell you. The days are number for them. Whether they like it or not, the matter is coming. Jagaba no to sleep now. Everything Jagaba is happy. Sleepless night because of government. He's happy sleeping night. 27 lawyer. Jagaba arrange Sam, go and block that man for not entry because he come. If he come, no problem. If he come, what is this? Please, what is the road?
Southeast have development agency done by Tinubu.
They are doing it. They are doing it. Enugu rivers. I mean, Aba rivers is good. It has done as any River State and Aba. No. Don't push it. Come on, don't push it. So what we are saying is, visit your home. Development is happening in your home. Development is happening in your home. Always visit your home. Don't sit down in Lagos. Don't sit down in Lagos.
You know, there's no amount of things you say. As I said earlier, there is no joy coming to the public, and also not always coming to talk about nice policies. No one is coming to say that these policies, the government of the day, are complaining always about the government of the day. When the president come out to give some policies that is fine, definitely the people will be happy. But there's some policies that is supposed to come last. When you are carrying, the Yoruba say when Tigibawo Lugi, you carry the one at the top first. You don't carry
making right policy.
yes, and the right policy at the wrong time. In a country before you earning, no one is at the farm again. So just everywhere, there's no food, there's nothing, inflation. Then that is when you started taxing people. You are taxing those that don't even have anything. So that is the problem. Not that they are saying this, and there's no amount of things you say to this Mr. Kunle here. You know, Kunle that have not been to Osun for over 3 years. We're talking about the state of the country. You understand? Mr. Kunle, when last did you go to Osun? When last have you been to Osun?
Yeah, I went to Osun
3 months ago. I'm not lying. I was in Osun 3 months ago.
What is the state of Osun?
Over, flyover. When you talk of the states with the highest flyover, when you're talking about the states that the economy is stabilized, is Osun. The agricultural, Osun. Okay, you could even see the federal did not pay local governments their fee, but they are still existing and they are still going on their normal way. It's the right thing they did for them because the people, the power, they struggled themselves and there was killing in that the PDP people killed. So they have to take them off. So what are you now saying? My state is at rest as anything. But the only thing I go against in my state now is the ranching. Open ranching they are doing all around, and who are the people in charge of those open ranching? They are still the citizens, the top-notch people. Don't tell me, Mr. Kunle, never tell me about my state. I want to tell you, don't ever in your life tell me my state more than me. Don't ever, if it's your Abnambra, if it's your what's it called, don't ever. Something I want you to understand. No, it's not matter of you are making noise. How many times do you excuse me? You come here, you talk about eastern state in the eastern side. You understand? You are mentioning eastern side as if you have visited there for once. But I am telling you, Osun state you are talking about. Go to Ikire. You understand? In Ikire village, in Ikire in Osun State. I am not telling you something that I will still visit next month, coming month of November. If I don't visit Ikire in a year, I visit at least 3 times in a year. Where you go? What are you telling me? I'm telling you a village in Ikire which is Osun State. Where do you go? What are we saying? I don't show you Vanguard, Vanguard. I am not the one that write it. You are not the one. The road is past under Tinubu. You are telling me Osun State. I travel very well to Osun State. That right. Band A, Band B, Band C, Band B, Band A. Bandit A, Bandit B, Bandit. You know, I don't know why people like Kunle, they like arguing, they like supporting what is not is good. They support yes, Jonathan. Jonathan is coming. Jonathan is coming. Under Jonathan. Jonathan is coming. You do Jonathan. Jonathan is coming. He's coming. Jonathan. Come. No, you are not. Thank you so much. I know you guys must be thirsty by now. So just get drinks for yourself. You know? Thank you. All right. So we just need to end the program. Get cold drinks. Where's the woman? Yeah, you see. All right, viewers, everybody, we say a big thank you for joining us this morning. We'll be back here with more interesting stories tomorrow. If you're watching us for the first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. Also like, share, and comment. Like, comment, and share. If you're watching, if you'll be watching the program after this live broadcast, your comments, your opinions, your views are also needed in the comment section. Please drop your opinions there. We'll be there to read it. All right, we appreciate all of you. Like I said earlier, we'll be back here tomorrow. There's a Chima, we appreciate it. Beauty Prince, the United Kingdom, we say thank you. And now, GOA, CO, Safa Bianudare with Promax, Andrew Gujini, King Henry, Jacob Adedeji, Henry Okoro, Ozo Binwa, and the likes. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Okay, you follow money.